Mira esta, de que now she's talking about books on her channel. Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today I have a very bit of a different video, but still in keeping up with this channel, which is create the life and business that you want and inspiring you to do so. I thought about this video idea to achieve your business goals, but also your personal goals. If you saw my video on resetting for the new year, I talked about this year I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to take care of my personal stuff that I want to do. I want to do a lot of the things that are on my 101 things in 1001 days list. If you hadn't seen that, that's part of the 14-day challenge. Get on it. And so one of them was to read more. Like, I've read a few books next year. I think I might have read the entire 2022. Don't come for me. I think I might have read 3 books. Yeah, sounds about right. So today we're going to do a what's on my TBR list and my reading goals. So if you like that, stay tuned. So I wanted to show you my reading journal, of course. In my last plan with me, I showed exactly what my reading journal looks like, but I wanted to kind of go over it. So on my currently reading, I'm reading Book Lover. So I always try to read something nonfiction, whether it's a business book or a documentary book like this one, a nonfiction one, and a fiction book at the same time. So I'm actually consuming Prince Harry Spare as a audiobook because the sound of his voice and his accent is so awesome. So that's the reason why I decided to do that. I usually don't typically lean towards audiobooks for fiction. It's just not my thing. But for business and nonfiction, perfect. And then I'm reading a romance, little fun book. It's almost like my wind down, chill in my bed type of mood that I like to set for the night by reading something fun like that. So I'm reading Book Lovers. Then I want to get into my bookshelf, books that I've read so far this year, and it's only January 28th. I think today is January 28th. So I just finished reading Where the Crawdads Sing, and then I watched the movie as my Sunday slow morning routine, and I don't care for it too much. Yes, it almost feels like one of those books that's going to be part of like the new generations, Gen Zers or whatever the heck the other ones are called after them. Is going to be part of their reading curriculum. You know how we had those boring books in English class that we had to read for school? I think it's going to be part of that, because in the book the author was so descriptive of the marsh and like the nature of things and like birds and feathers, and a lot of it got really boring. So it was a lot to get through, and this was, to be honest, was one of those books that I was definitely going to DNF. But my toxic trait is finishing a book that I can't stand because I don't want to quit. So, you know, got a few quotes that I thought were nice. I got a synopsis. I didn't even write takeaways in this reading journal, okay? That's how I'm like, whatever. Now, my challenge, these are my challenges for the year. I haven't even filled it out. I don't even have my pen here, but I want to disregard that. I want to read 20 books, 20. Okay. If you notice, if you have my reading journal, you'll see that I have a 100-book challenge. Girl, ain't no way I'm gonna read 100 books. I just read just one, and it's only 12 months in a year, and I just read one. I'm definitely not gonna do that. So I'm gonna stick to what I can do, which is 20 books. So I'm gonna write that in here. And then I have the alphabet challenge. So the alphabet challenge is just, I'm gonna try to do this as much as I can and try to do the reading bingo at the same time. Let's see how December 30, 31. Let's see how December goes and where I'm at with both of those challenges. But those are kind of like the outside fun challenges. My big challenge is to read 20 books. Now, that being has said, I am reading, again, I mentioned that I'm reading Spare by Prince Harry and Book Lovers. So that was on my TBR shelf. But I'm also reading the story, what the heck is the name of it? But I am also listening another audiobook for a business book, is Building a Story Brand. Sometimes with business book on audio is that I can, as I'm listening to it, I can work on, you know, other stuff, and I can jot down things on the side with, you know, a little notebook. So I like that sometimes, but sometimes I like to have the book where I can highlight and stuff. So it's kind of like a now you're gonna ask me, do I do any physical books? Not really. So I read my Kindle. I read if it's business books, I read it on Apple Books. Why do I do that? I don't know, but I read it on Apple Books, or I listen to it on Apple Books. And then I read fiction, my at bed, you know, my chill reading things, on my Kindle. Again, I don't know why I do that, but I do, to separate the two, I guess, because every time you hop into the Kindle app, then it shows up on your Kindle. I don't know, I just, whatever, I'm retarded. So my TBR shelf, it's a lot. There's a lot of Colleen Hoover books on here, but I want to read Things We Never Got Over, for sure. These 4 Colleen Hoover books, I'm not sure if I want to read this year, but I do want to read this Helen Huang books, The Kiss Quotient, The Bridal Task, and The Heart Principle. I do want to read The American Roommate Experiment. And again, this TBR is very long, and as you can see, I have the Book Lovers here that I already I'm already reading. Then I want to read It Happened One Summer, so I think I want to pick that as my summer read. It looks very much like fun. And I think I have another book called Malibu Rising that I want to add to my summer read. And I kind of want to do it like that. I want to do it by seasons. You know, I want to do the mystery ones around Halloween. So I want to do this one called In My Dreams I Hold a Knife. I want to do that for September-ish, Halloween-ish. And The House Across the Lake as well, which I heard was a really, really good one. Then I have other ones, The Bodyguard. Those are more like fun. And then like the drama ones, like The Simple Wild, and which one was the other one that I wanted to read? A Curious Beginning. I want to read those around maybe like spring, or maybe the beginning of fall. The Night Swim as well. And then The Honeymooners, definitely I want to do that for summer. So I got a lot going on as far as books I want to read. So I think I might be able to meet my 20 book thing, as long as I keep on the way I'm doing it. I have in my Libby app now to borrow. I want to read, obviously, Julia Alvarez's new book called Afterlife. Julia Alvarez is a Dominican writer, the writer for In the Time of the Butterflies and How the Garcia Sisters Lost Their Accent. She's an amazing, amazing writer. So right now I have Book Lovers out with the library, and it's telling me that it's doing 12 days. I borrowed it for 21 days, and I'm still on chapter, like, the heck chapter am I on? I'm on chapter 4, y'all. I'm a slow reader because I have so many things going on, and this thing has 37 pages. Hopefully I finish it in 12 days. If not, I should be able to return it. I don't know. But I also have, what do I have waiting? Malibu Rising, The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, coming up next. I think Malibu Rising I'm gonna do first. I don't know. But if you read any of those, please let me know. Book Lovers right now, it's going good. I like the way she writes, and kind of the, like, her style of writing, the very modern-ish type of writing. So I really enjoying that. so far. And then I want to fill out my favorite quotes of all time here, some that I've gotten from the Crawdads thing. I feel like with this video, this is going to be my first of many. I want to check in March. No, let's do April. Let's do April, and then we'll talk about what books I've read so far, how close to my goal I am, because I'm going to include the books that I read on audio as part of my 20 books, because I'm listening to them, taking down notes. So to me, it's reading as well. So I'm gonna include that. So far so good, because I just read Where the Crawdads Sing, and I'm listening to 2 audiobooks and reading 1 book, so that's already 4. Okay. And if you have a book that you recommend to me, please let me know. I would love to check out whatever you're reading. Okay, so until next time, next Tuesday. If you reached the end of this video, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for sticking around and hearing me review and go over my reading goals for 2023. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do all the things. Comment down below what book you want me to read next. Don't give me too many, okay? Because I already have like 1 million on my TBR list, and I'm supposed to be reading 20 books and I've barely gotten 1. So please don't leave me too much, but please leave me some good ones that I should be checking out. And on that note, I will see you next Tuesday for another video. Thank you again for reaching the end of this video. And